See if this thing will do a burnout. Oh yeah, it will. Second. Oh! What a ripper! Yeah, boy! Yes, sir. What is going on, YouTube? It is your boy Denali, aka Don Squally, and we are back at it with another Forza Horizon 4 request video, man. As you can see, it is winter time here at the lodge. Very beautiful sights when the snow starts coming down. Before today's video, we have a request coming from the Burnout Master 117, and he wants to see a Maloo build for all of my Aussie viewers out there, man. So for those of you guys who are not familiar with the HSV Maloo, it is essentially the El Camino of our generation right now. Now, if I'm not mistaken, built off the same platform as, let's say, the Pontiac G8 or even the Chevy SS, except it has two doors and a bed like you would find in a pickup truck. Now, it actually looks like we already own this particular vehicle, so what I think we're gonna do is jump into the garage here and jump into that 2014 limited edition GTS Maloo here. Now, I'm from Canada. I really don't have very much knowledge on this specific vehicle. I do know that we got the sedan versions rebadged as GMs, but I don't really know much about this specific even car manufacturer. So bear with me here as we proceed with this build here. Now, first and foremost, if I'm not mistaken, this thing has, wow, a 6.2 liter V8. I was going to say a 5.7, but a 6.2 is quite big. I'm going to leave the V8 engine in here because our only other options are a V10 and a V12. I don't really think that's going to be a good idea for this specific setup. Stock rear-wheel drive drivetrain, I think, is really the only way to go here. We're hopefully going to get some burnouts happening with this vehicle here, and it looks like we do have what I'm going to assume to be a kangaroo bumper. Now, I do have friends that have been to Australia, and from what I understand, running down kangaroos is quite a popular thing to do out there. So that's the only guess that I'm going to have as far as exactly what that bumper is used for. I know it's probably advertised as a cattle bumper, but nonetheless, I'm going to go ahead and say kangaroo bumper on this one. Now, as far as the front end goes with the splitter and the canards, I'm going to opt out for that, even though I think it does look pretty cool. For the setup that I'm going to be going with here, I don't think the wing or the front bumper splitter and canards are really going to, suit the build that I'm going for here. One thing I am going to do, however, as you can see, it's winter time, so one would think that I'd put a snow tire compound on here. But I'm actually going to go ahead and put a race tire compound on here, simply because, like, 75% of the time we're actually racing on dry ground anyways. This thing isn't going to be going off-road at all, so I think a race tire compound is going to be the way to go for this one. Now comes the fun part. In every build, the wheel and tire combo here. I'm going to skim through a couple of different options here, let you guys know when I find something that I like. Now, I decided to keep it simple on this one. We're going to go with the HRE P101s. I was going to get a little crazy with the wheel setup, but I think this is a nice touch, really suits the lines of this specific vehicle. So we're going to go ahead and install those right now. 21 inches, actually looking quite small on this vehicle. I don't know whether to call it a car or a truck. I know it's a ute. But some of you guys who have a little more knowledge can chime in down in the comment section. I would typically lean more towards a truck on this one, but that's just me. Upgrading the clutch as well as the differential here. We're going to go ahead and try to get this thing sideways. We're going to upgrade the transmission as well. As far as the brakes go, we're going to put the biggest set of brakes that we can get on this thing. I'm going to go ahead and throw a drift suspension on this. As you can see, cambers out the front wheels just a little bit. We are going to stiffen up the anti-roll bars here just a touch, and then we are going to do just a little bit of weight reduction on this thing as well. Now that we got all of that out of the way, it's time to upgrade this massive V8 engine right now. We're going to start off with the intake as we usually do, as well as an exhaust. Turns out this thing's also supercharged. To my surprise here, didn't know that this was a supercharged engine. But now that I do know that, we're going to upgrade the supercharger, and I think we're going to upgrade the cams as well, just to give us a little bit more of an aggressive red line. So now that we got all that out of the way, this is a $56,000 build right now. We did already own the vehicle, so that's good. I'm going to go ahead and install everything right now. Now that we got that all out of the way, we are going to jump into the tuning. Now obviously with the tuning, we're going to want to change the gear setup just a little bit. I'm going to put this a little more towards acceleration. As you can see, we got 6 gears there, so we want that 6th gear to be getting used a little bit. As far as the suspension setup with the drift setup, everything is looking good. We are just going to change our differential here 100% just to get that ultimate drift action. And now that we got that out of the way, it's time to upgrade our paint here. Now I'm going to just search for a couple of designs here. I always like to search for designs just to see what's out there, see what people are doing with these cars, trucks, however you want to slice it. Now I do like this setup right here. The blue's actually a good look. Let's go ahead and install this, see what it looks like. And I think that's looking pretty decent. So with that being said, let's take this thing out on the road. I'm excited to see how this thing performs in the snow. Now with this having a truck bed in the back, I'm not expecting it to grip very much in the snow. As you guys saw, we went with that race tire setup, so that's probably also going to be a problem. But just look at this thing, man. Just the shape of it. Honestly, if I could get a vehicle like this here in Canada, I know there are people that do conversions with the G8s and stuff like that. I would definitely cop one of these. Now, as you guys know, I recently just bought my first pickup truck, a Toyota Tundra. And I've always said that if I could get a vehicle that could do, be fast like a car, but also be versatile like a pickup truck, that'd be probably something that I would highly consider. Now, obviously, I could probably get an old school El Camino, but, I'm not really into the classic cars myself. I like the newer, early to mid 2000 vehicles. Now my Tundra is actually a 2010, so that's probably the newest vehicle that I've owned since my 2016 Acura CSX, which was a great car, but ultimately a rebadged Honda Civic Si with a single cam K20, which I was just, once I realized what I had actually purchased, that if I had just got the Si with the K20, with the dual overhead cam, that I would have actually been better off. Now look at this, we're just spinning all the way into 6th gear here. Maybe I should have adjusted my gearing just a little bit more. Now once we get out to the open road, we're actually going to see what our gearing is. I didn't realize I was going down a dirt road here. But if there's one thing I've learned with racing, is spinning ain't winning. And in this car, we're doing a hell of a lot of spinning, even all the way up into 6th gear. Probably because of the snow, let's be honest. But like I say, when we're driving this thing on the street, you forget that it actually has snow tires on there. It's just not good for anything. Alright, so now that we're out onto the main road here, still fighting for traction though. Now I'm not sure if there's parts of Australia where it snows. Maybe somebody who's from Australia. I really don't think it snows. I don't know, maybe, I know parts of the world where it's normally desert and stuff like that. There are mountains where it does snow, but I mean, this might be a little different for you guys to see the Maloo driving in the snow, snow drifting and stuff like that. Excuse my ignorance, you know, just Canadian over here, not really sure what the rest of the world is living like right now, man. We're here mid-September. You know, we're looking at some pretty chilly temperatures out here early in the morning. Leaves are starting to fall off the trees and things of that nature. And well, it's gonna be snowing here in the old Canucksville pretty soon. So just you know, getting everything ready, making sure that I got good snow tires for the winter time on all of the cars. So I mean, overall, this thing's performing pretty decent. The snow is actually starting to come down. I think what we might do is take this thing back into the city here and, as we normally do, probably put an end to this one. A little less snow once we get back into the city here. Let's try to find a flat spot here for us to take our thumbnail screenshot here. And this is looking as good a place as any. So yeah, this one was a little bit different. Let me know what you guys thought of it. Supercharged 6.2 liter V8 LSA motor, if I'm not mistaken here. Just an absolute monster of a car. Love the way this thing looks. Really like the blue paint job. This is a custom paint job that we found off of the, you know, the design catalog, I guess you could call it. And to be honest, I really think that it suits the look of this car. I was thinking either a blue or a red anyways. I would have liked the wheels to be a little more white. But overall, I think this build turned out quite nice. So with that being said, I hope you guys did enjoy this one. If you guys do have any requests, drop them down in the comments section. And as always, I am your boy Denali, aka Don Squally, that sexy booty looking dope on this car. So as always, I just want to say thank you guys for watching, and we're gonna catch y'all mofos at the next one, man. Peace. Don't die. Oh shit, where you going, bro? Don't be creeping on my friend. Don't be creeping on my friend. You and your homie. Oh, nut shot. Nut shot. Oh, buddy. Go. And your boy, man. Get him out of here. Oh, fucking. Oh, my God.